Welcome, my beautiful bastards, to another exciting adventure on the Rift. We've got ourselves a good one here. Fuck, I think it's a good one. Fuck y'all. You'll probably, if you're watching this channel, you know what kind of shit show you signed up for. So we have got me, my buddy G-Zombie, and my buddy Reaper playing a normals, because of course you can't do three-person ranked. Let's put it nicely. This is like a high bronze game. Yep. Yeah, I'd say about high bronze. Not gonna say silver. Not iron either. So good shit. Yeah. So we have got ourselves a bit of a good one here. An aggressive one. We have a Darius Top running the old Flash Ghost Conqueror. A very aggressive top lane. Really nasty. If Darius starts going with this build, the amount of damage you can put out is obscene. Into a Flash Teleport Conqueror set. Set's natural sustain with his passive, with his shielding and all that is actually pretty good into the Darius. I don't know if it's a counter, but I know it's a pretty even matchup. Whatever jungler makes a bigger impact first usually sets off this match, or if one of the players is just a pile of shit. So Phase Rush Udyr right now is crazy good, which is nuts to think. That Udyr is such a basic, I'm just going to run at you champion is good somehow. But with Phase Rush, the changes to Chem Tank, like to the Chem Tank item, to the fact that by maxing his R, you can just do so much insane clear without any actual damage items. It's amazing. Into a Shyvana Dark Harvest. In other words, it's going to be AP Shiv. A lot of burst damage. Mid-game, super powerful. Early game, not quite as good. We have got a Morgana with Dark Harvest and a Veigar with Dark Harvest. Both of them Flash Ignite. Looking like they're going for the long game of who's going to scale better. Veigar just scales like a motherfucker, so it's probably going to be alright. We have got a Press the Attack Misfortune, standard build, with a Comet Lux. Again, standard build, good. Trade. Fuck you, MF. Let's go back and watch how that started, shall we? Yes. So in our bot lane, we have got a Heimer with Ignite and a Senna. I am playing Fasting Senna. Ooh, man, Heimer hit that stun perfect in the center. That's why that trade happened. Very nice. Chunk her down. She's going to be burning pots or just having nothing going. So when you're playing Fasting Senna, you are not last hitting shit. Yes. I am in the marksman role. I am a marksman. This does not mean I am going to ever last hit. I'm not. Fasting Senna, her passive works by, if you're not last hitting, these little things pop out. Every time I collect them, I get a bit of gold, but also I get stats for the absolution. And the more I get, as you can see, it gets me extra damage. Every 20 stacks, I get range and crit. It's awesome. It's good shit. It's good shit. So we're gonna watch this a little bit, but I should trade back from those turrets. A little bit of poke. So the crazy thing is, normally if you're playing into a Lux Misfortune, they are gonna have a push advantage with the amount of damage they can crack out. As it turns out, when you are running a Heimerdinger Senna, my job is to heal until W's and poke. They can't really push. God damn it, buddy. You're just apparently going to hit all of those. Get that root down. Yeah, I take a little bit of damage, but she took way more. The fuck more. Just shy, but that's alright. Burning a little bit. Getting some damage done on turrets, because it does proc my special sickle for a little bit of golds. Crazy shit going up into this mid lane. Let's watch mid lane for a bit. Veigar is Uma shit. Morg is Uma shit. Veigar has both of his pots. Morg has no pots. but really no kill potential on the Veigar with no mana. Wow, interesting that Shiv was able to just get in. So Veigar's coming in to try and help. Thankfully, Morg with that cure, I think Veigar would have died. Baby Cage comes around. Bear Slap comes in. Morg Shield nullifies that immediately. Big damage goes back. Udyr gets ignited. He is running away. Just made it dipping down sub 20 HP. Close. So nobody's died up top, but the set is bullying the area. Heimer is boom as a motherfucker. I'm still good on the Senna, so I'm able to get some heals down. You take Q, W, Q again, and then you go E. Really no point in taking that E next. Darius is doing some good trades against this. Nice. Very nice. We were able to layer a lot of our hits on that. Of course, when you're taking the support Senna, take the Glacial. Glacial is really good because your auto attacks, your abilities, so basically everything I do slows, which is allows us, because we are very, like, Heimer's not a long range champ, but we're able to get some good damage back. We're going to be periodically checking in with the Veigar as to how the stack is going. 18, not amazing, but he's also pretty low on mana, so it's alright. Set's incredibly strong, a lot of dive potential. Morg with that shield is really good into our CC chains that we have. Lux, again, they have a lot of single target snags and some big damage off that MF when she gets going. The Shyvana does a lot of burst damage, and Set is quite the front line, and is very much bullying this Darius somehow. Very, very much getting some bully going on, but we are pretty crushing this MF. We're having some definite mana problems, but we are working on that. Both top laners have hit 6. Darius still has enough mana to properly trade and fight, so that's good. CS, definite advantage in the bot lane. Just eats a point blank. Q, Veigar just flashed for that. Why did you flash? Well, you got a flash in exchange. We'll say it's okay. We'll say it's okay. It could be worse. But you're standing right there for no real reason. I'm less than thrilled about that. Udyr definitely showed up to help. Very good shit. Good dodge. That Q would have touched. Somebody would have died. This was very much unexpected. And I got caught. I couldn't move to the side. We're going to go back and set this play up a little bit. This is sort of the issue. It was a very quick... I pumped E to try and get out. Quick flash onto the Heimer. Basically, I died for him. I'm going to call it worth. Because he can protect against the siege way better. We did take basically all of the sums from the top laner. This at least lets... why would you run it? Oh, very nice! That last auto attack to get that kill. That was very, very, very close. Oh, but thankfully the Morg had not gone back and bought, but for some reason did not ignite during that fight. Or it would have been a 1-for-1, guaranteed. So I am doing the Kraken Slayer start on Senna. It's just the best one. I feel as though it's just such a waste to do any kind of Manamuri starts. I eat a free Q, I eat a little bit of damage there, it's alright. Shiv just walks in, and somehow did not die to that last shot. Like, my guess right there is that Veigar was attempting to shop while backing. Don't fucking do that! So we've now given up any kind of mid lane prio, and we have backed from bot. The downside to this means that, yes, we have 100%. Thankfully, Shiv was this low, but we very much kind of gave up any chance of that trade. We did. We really did. And that was a mistake. It was sort of bad back timing, but it was necessary back timing. We both went, if you're the support and your laner backs and the wave is not crashing, like they still haven't pushed it in, there's really no reason to stay in the lane because you're diveable. It's very sketchy. Udyr walks onto the ward. I got my ward put down now. I do not yet have my sweeper. I should have taken my scryer. We go in, getting a little bit of damage onto this MF. She ends up actually hitting the double Q, but I was able to get the W in trade. Big Heimer tower comes out. Lux is making a good run for it. She's got the shield up. Eating a Q would probably be a 1 point, like, tap and die. Now that she's level 6. I mean, you get snagged under that turret, you're toast. Udyr at this point is able to go and roam and try and steal the farm, but the Shyvana is actually quite strong. The issue is she has no real combat stats, but she's got her dragon form, which is a lot of pain and a level advantage. Udyr can get the stun, but I don't know if he can make it if she's got that E, and it was a bit of a whip. This dragon of fucking betrayal knocked him down to 5 hit points. Holy Jesus. I see that the Senna, or that the Shiv is actually very low, and I feel reasonably comfortable making a trade. But the problem is that this team's here. Great W goes on. We tag up some pretty good damage. The Lux starts moving back. I am insanely squishy. That's just the nature of Senna. Honest to God, was not expecting that level of damage. Like, what the shit was this level of damage? So, Heimer's got 600 HP here. So he just got comboed through with everything and just one-tapped out of nowhere. So I'm pushing up, but here is a Shyvana. This is an issue. I get the W. At this point, let's just run the fuck away. I'm not scrapping this out. If she touches me with her ult, I die. I don't want any part of this. I'm 1 CS and 1 kill, 1 death, 1 assist. Is how it is. Mid lane. Checking in on this Veigar. He's got 48 stacks. He is very close to getting this cooldown on this. And very nice kill. Very, very nice. It looks like the Morgana just was about to leave and then just walked right into the stun again for no reason. Like, she was almost out. And then she was like, nah, I'm gonna kill myself. So Darius is definitely down in CS. Udyr is aggressively coming in. The issue is, beautiful play from this set. He's got the shields going. Darius is just running around, not actually doing jack shit. Ults for no apparent reason. Seth's got the grit going on, but the burn finally gets him, but the Udyr died in the process. Shyvana has Nashor's Tooth, and Misfortune can't really land again after that trade. She took a lot of damage in this process, and there you see it, the Turbo Chem Tank is up. It gives you this supercharged run after the speed, which is perfect for the Udyr. G-Zombie could have flashed that super easy. Apparently there was no follow-up at all. Lawrence decided, I'm not going to press R, I'm not going to press Ignite for the auto, which would have killed him. So that's a thing. Is she afraid to use Ignite? Like, what is happening here? Bit of a trade we had in the bot lane there with the Heimer turret coming out. Nothing gained, but I don't think too much lost. Good trade back damage, but the shields come up. It's going to be a little while before that ult comes back, before you can do any kind of snipe. The Morg is actually quite safe for the Udyr due to the fact that she does have that freedom from the ability to just run through the baby cage, run away from the bear slap. Shyvana ended up taking some damage, trades back. Udyr runs up, gets the Phoenix slap, not the bear slap, but the Phoenix slap. Morg's able to start farming under here. Seth's got the CS lead, but barely. No level lead, but definitely the pulse lead. How did that whiff? Just went right through her body. I suck at this game, but that's alright. Set is super healthy, always has his W. What is he maxing? Maxed Q going into W, that is correct. Went with a very early execution, which is kind of strange into the Darius. But I suppose it's alright. Like, it's not a bad item on him at all. He's good with the stats. That was kind of a dumb E. He didn't trade into you for anything. Don't stand at the center, because it's true damage. So, quick dodge off that, just out from the stun. Pretty good ult comes back in off those rockets. What is my Heimer maxing? Well, he's got 2 points in both, and into the Q. He's going for the hard push. I think to go into the straight W max is probably better. Able to try and get some roots, some stun damage on. Set is getting ran the fuck down by this Udyr. He, of course, has to shield up. And you just move around it like that. Just out position him, hit him from the back, it's fine. So we're 2v3 here. The Shiv does actually have a crazy amount of burst, so we have to be careful. We have the Stride Breaker up on the Darius. Good item. Udyr's coming running at the Morgue. Of course she ends up popping into the shield. He's waiting on the Bear Slap for it to run off. Unfortunately, he took a phenomenal amount of damage. Just kind of died for free while baiting. And Veigar just kept tanking all of the shots for no apparent reason and died as well. Didn't need to do that. You could have ulted at any point, got the kill. But no. Fuck that noise. So we have been chased out from here. I ended up dying in the bot lane. What happened there? Oh, that happened there. Let's go back and watch me fail again. Okay, so I see her getting tanked out by this dragon. Took a lot of damage. Her ult's up. I'm at full health. Yeah, I'm 2 levels down, but I got some stuff. She's low. Somehow she took 0 damage from my auto attack and then 1-tapped me by ulting. Awesome. Fun. Fun times. That was a terrifying amount of damage. Good trade, actually, from the Darius into the set, and then walked back in to take full damage and ruined his whole trade. Good shit, bud. You're killing it. They got first Drake. That's fine. It's to be expected. 3 kills onto the set. Darius is trying to do some stuff, but he is a level down. But he gets ult, he might be able to do some stuff. He's really determined to keep using that E for no apparent reason. Doesn't really need it. You gotta try. So we go with the ult down. I was able to get the heal off onto the Heimer. I don't think he would have died anyways, but it would have been dangerously close. So I'm just gonna try and hope for the best here. We do have 50 CS onto this MF, 74 onto the Heimer at least. I've done what I can to not take any, but the CS and the scores are actually very close. Close around here. Darius is continually getting shit kicked. Still a bit of a dick times, really. So Lux is here. She wants to go in. We're going in onto this Udyr's trying again, going onto the set. Set, of course, manages to get both of them. Tags the Udyr. They both stand directly into the 2 damage center, but they were able to actually trade it back. Very, very well done. So we have got a little Heimer turret over here. We got a couple of wards up, a couple of wards over here. If Shiv does want to go here, we are at least prepped. I could be roaming mid more, but mid just very much. I don't really want to affect it because the Heimer, honestly, from what I saw with the Lux, hitting a Q and 1-tapping the Heimer, I need to be here to help out. And Veigar just seems to want to farm. He just is last hitting and just getting those cracks going. It's all good. I'm also a little bit worried about the Shyvana showing up. Like, they do have, not exactly engaged, but they've got pick. Get the double root down. Unfortunately, my Heimer was way back there, but that's to be expected. He didn't expect me to go in. That's totally fine. I'm just trying to get the heals off on him. Kind of work around from there. So Morg is starting to move down. We do have a ward up to spot her out on, and it's okay because the Udyr is coming in behind. So she is going the long way around, able to hit the Q onto this Udyr. We're pinging it out. My Heimer died under tower, killing the Lux. I'm able to get the shield onto the Udyr. I get the heal on him yet too. I get a Q heal onto him, and we're able to run him down. Misfortune comes running up for some strange reason. I'm not 100% sure about that. And we get the double kill onto the Udyr. He didn't need it, but it's good on him. Maybe if we gave him the kills, he's more likely to come back. There was literally no point in Veigar flashing there. You had the kill regardless. It's kind of wasted flash, but that's alright. Udyr can go for a little bit of steals here. It's better to steal your opponent's jungler than your own, right? If they have to overextend, it's not like bot lane can collapse and there's no mid lane up and the jungle's down. This is very free for him. He's free to take this red buff. Go back for his own. Oh, he's coming around for this. We're going for the slam. Lux has no tower. Good flash out, actually, off the Q. Udyr comes running and gets the stun onto the Lux. Able to get some pretty good damage. The tower comes, the big turret comes down, but it's 3.3 points, so it's really not that big of a bit of damage. Darius, of course, ends up dying. Udyr takes a phenomenal amount of damage. He's able to get the smite off. Now has to heal. Running down into Lux. Stuns out the Misfortune. Keep running, but the Ignite ends up ticking. He ends up dropping. We do have the Night Harvester on to this Shyvana. She now has Crazy Burst. And, look at that fucking burst. I'm just trying to heal my Veigar. If I die, I die, but Veigar. So Baby Cage comes down, Heimer's got the roots going, I walk way too close to this Morgana, I stand onto the burn, was not expecting that level of damage, that is definitely my fault. Stun goes out, hits, but she is spell immune, ult comes in from the Shiv, dead. She has got actually a lot of burst damage off this. So when she had popped into both of us, like you saw that, our health just evaporated. But we do actually have a pretty good front line to go with it. It's kind of a sad fight almost, because they're really not doing too much damage. All kills flying around, there's the present, Set is getting burnt down, and they donated over to Darius. Yes, the Rift Herald ends up taking mid-tower, that was to be expected. And they are able to take bot as well, there's nothing we can do about this, but it's alright. Yes, we're down 2 turrets. We're tied in gold, tied in kills. CS is even in almost every single situation in lane here. We're having a bit of a rough time. The Shyvana's presence has sort of made, and kind of the Morg, as the Morg has roamed and the Shyvana's come bottom line. We are a total of 266. It's not great. TP's coming in. Morg, of course, ends up rooting, and even though the set burnt his TP to get there to help out, they didn't even donate him an assist. I'd be a little bit choked, quite honestly. Why not? The cooldown on this ult is 36 seconds. You can just keep firing it out. Whereas the cooldown on my ult is 160. Bit of a difference. So, she was pretty much walking in that. I don't really know how she did die. Veigar is coming up. Ends up... Oh, actually, a really good ult came in from the MF for that. We're trying to do what we can. Land the W. Pop a little bit more. We're trying to get some Qs off. I am burning to death because of that stupid Leandries. How low do I go? Quite low. Quite low. Went down to like 30. But nobody's coming for me, so it's alright. I'm just here to heal the people. Just here to heal the people. That's all I do. That is my thing. That's what I bring to this table. Look at that. That did like no fucking damage, bud. You've got to get some damage on you. Like, you're getting ran the fuck down. So he's got Blade of the Ruined King. He's got his Iron Spike Whip. He's got his Execution. You've got Bramble. Stride Break. You need damage. You don't have any, Darius. You can't win any fights without damage. But he's been getting ganks. Shiv is still power farming, but is still a little bit behind of this Udyr, who has now gone dead max. He is all about speed. He is running at you, and that's his thing. I'm still trying not to take too much like the CS. Big damage comes in from the set. Darius is able to trade some back onto the Q, but of course, set presses Q, starts running at you. They both whip everything they had. Iron Spike whipped, Stride Breaker whipped. I'm up over here. I don't know if I want part of this, but my presence apparently is enough to dissuade the set from running any farther, which is probably for the best. I didn't really have much. Bit of a kill under here as they ran him down, but Veigar died in the process. Lux seems to be running around right into a I'm going to smack you in the face Udyr. Run away really quick, but gets tagged by the root, hits by the ult. It does no damage to him, because he is just tank. That's all he is. The other good thing is Turbo Chem Tank gives you some, like, you know, not terrible MR. You know, it's better than some. And they are definitely more magic damage than physical one. Team, it's a good buy. A lot of damage from this fucking Shyvana build, though. I don't appreciate that at all. But now I think that the Udyr might have gone a little bit too deep. Can he make it the great escape? Ghost flashes into the Lux. I'm able to get the shield on him just long enough for him to get that trade kill. I'll be honest. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Mord is pretty strong though, 9, 5, and 2. Good flash out. Damage onto the set. Darius is pretty tanky into this. Good double hit, but of course the Veigar is able to baby cage and dissuade any further engagements. Meanwhile, this Heimer turret just starts doing some damage. Works quite nicely. Get the hook on the set a little bit. And let's see if we get a little bit of damage going here. So with Rage Blade and Kraken Slayer on Senna, I'm actually a damage threat. Not like a big one, but I am one. And the reason for that is how kind of everything lines up. Udyr, of course, being insanely fast. Baby Cage goes around instead of on top, but it's alright, we're able to run them down. Shyvana's here, goes hard into the Udyr, goes hard into the Darius, does a lot of damage, but we are able to heal him, keep him alive, we didn't tank it out. So we're feeling pretty good. So the way that this works with Senna, is the passive just keeps going, right? Like, I've got 85 stacks. This means I have 63 extra damage, 100 extra range, 40% crit chance built in. Rage Blade removes the crit chance. It drops it. I have 0 crit chance now. Right? Like, look at this. 0%. Now, I have 75% chance to deal more crit damage, but it's 0%. So what this does is it takes all my crit chance and it puts it into on-hit damage. Every third attack puts my on-hit twice. Kraken Slayer, every third hit does 133 damage, true damage, and my Q now procs my Kraken Slayer and my Rage Blade. So I am just naturally getting more and more damage onto my Gibson's Rage Blade. All I need to do is just keep building attack speed. That's all I need. Just attack speed. So Udyr, Darius are waiting here for the Morgue, but I got a ward down. I've got a vision score of 54. I'd like it to be higher. That seems very low. Yes, it's higher than anybody else here, but it's still low. Veigar was doing real good up until he decided to tank all of that. But then apparently Set decided to stride break into the Veigar. Gets some really good damage, eats the W, flashed out, whiffs the W, whiffs the Q, but, yep, Set stride breakered back into the W and died for it. Not awesome. Force of nature, hey, look at this. MR and more move speed. Udyr is a speedy boy. Steric's Gauge coming in from the Darius. Very, very good item. Tankiness just went up a lot. I'm expecting this to be coming down from the Set. If he doesn't get Steric's, he's doing something a little bit wrong, I think. A little bit wrong. Meanwhile, Lux is solo pushing. We're trying to stay together as a cohesive motherfucking unit. Misfortune he's not having an amazing time here. He's able to push up, get the damage, get a little bit of farm on her. I'd like it if my Heimer had more farm, but again, a lot of this is... it's kind of hard sometimes to farm with Heimer turrets because they'll often leave them one hit off of being dead, and then, like, the minions will last hit instead, and it kind of sucks. But we are too massive scaling. Like, we have what's called infinite scaling on the red side. We have 179 stacks for the Heimer. Or not, for the Veigar. Each of these stacks is 1 AP. So he just got 181 free ability power. Fucking A. Went into the Zonya's. Makes sense. Verdant Barrier. Wow, they went hard in. That Shyvana does a lot of damage. Almost basically 1v3 up there. Crazy damage. Really quick Zonya's actually coming out from the Heimer. Unfortunately, we are so out of position. Why are we out of position? I blame myself. We're going to go back to me dying and me blaming myself. So I'm putting down wards. We got 4 people. Look at this damage. I had nothing over here. It took Veigar kind of a while to get in. Now he ulted after this has been down, but their top lane was able to collapse with the support. Great ult from Set into the Veigar. Darius is running away. He's not frontlining this. Veigar had no escapes. Udyr's starting to come in now, but there's no point. Udyr and Darius are not really our damage dealers here. They're tanks, and the fact that they're the only ones alive as everybody else died meant that everybody failed the one job that they had to do. We can be honest about that, right? We can be honest. Yep, good times. How much is my practice right now? Not that much. It's a little bit difficult with the amount of pick that they have to properly get my attacks off. I sort of need Darius and Udyr to be part of the fight. Stridebreaker comes in, get the flash into the E for the stun. Able to get him with the root. Now I'm able to start getting some auto attacks in. Shield for the Udyr, hoping for the best. Able to shoot down the Set. Get the double kill, starting to go in, but then I eat a Q. Able to get the root down onto this Morgana. Gotta be careful though, there's a Shyvana, and we all know what's gonna fucking happen if the Shyvana gets near me, she's gonna one-shot me. Somehow the Udyr does not die during that. Really not 100% sure how, but I'm trying to heal him up by using my Q. Kind of get things going. And yeah, we just went from like 600 damage off the Kraken Slayer to just about 1200 off of that one fight. Pretty decent. A lot of damage into that Morg on the baby cage. I guess she did not have enough to get out of that. Like, notice how much better our fights are when we have our tanks with us, as opposed to trying to split push. Because the issue is, Darius cannot match the split push of Set. And Udyr's a tank. He does a lot of damage early, but now that the game is past 30 minutes, his damage profile falls off huge as people start getting basic defensive stacks. And that is because you put everything into the Phoenix stance, nothing into Tiger stance, right? So Phoenix stance is like your first and third is dealing 310 magic damage. It's a lot of damage early. He has 0 damage items. He's no AP. But that's the level of like base damage that this does. And then he's got that AoE fire yet too, which is why he farms so strong. I'm just trying to get some quick hits. Of course, the Shyvana comes in. I'm trying to move myself back. Step dives right into the middle of all of us. Goes up to the Veigar. Veigar, I don't think that was the right play at all, but that's all right. And I'm the only one that died during that. The rest of the team is still up. I mean, if you got them with the stun, there's no real need to burn your Zhonya's. The issue is that everyone is taking so much damage from walking through this Morgana W that, like, really, like, look at that. Darius touched it, and his health is just draining. Like, just get out, guys. There's no need to continue to be here. What's the burn like? Decent on the Leandries, insane on the Leandries. Not much for the Shield Breaker, Stride Breaker, sorry. A lot more. Pretty good one pop. Decent for the Kente. Darius just got soloed by a Lux. I attempted to give him a shield. Too little, too late. He died too fast. Ludens has actually done a pretty good amount. Kraken Slayer's getting. So, next thing you go with on the Senna, when you're doing fast with Senna, is go with the Rapid Fire Cannon. Energized attacks are getting you the extra range and the extra damage. Very, very nice to have. I have 112 stacks. This means that I've got 125 bonus range, 84 damage, 50% bonus crit. Which is kind of interesting, because I've got this 50% bonus crit with 20%, 20%, 20%. So 110% crit, and yet 0 crit. So it all gets funneled into this 220 on hit, which of course pops twice on every third hit. So we can try and be a little bit, like, I'm starting to feel kind of strong. The attack speed's very nice. Senna's very clunky wind-up. Built into her kit for you to attack slower. You have a wind-up. We're going to be trying to be an invis-bitch. We are setting up, we have, as you can see here, we're trying to do a little bit to the Shyvana. We were able to see that their whole team's over here. And the Shyvana, of course, gets rooted. We have got Crab taken, Ward placed on Baron in case of trying to do a rush. We had just taken Ocean a little while back, so we don't have to worry about that objective for 2.5 minutes, and it is sole point. The fact that right now we are on permanent health restore, if a team like ours that's built around an Udyr into Sennas and Heimers gets Ocean Soul, and our sustain just stays, they can't win. It's not doable. So they have to be very, very cautious. If we take Baron and we're able to crack it into him, it means that minions are going to, super minions are going to be flown into their base when soul point goes up. They cannot fuck around with this. That is why they are pinging assists, because if we take this Baron at any point in the next 2 minutes, 1 minute, we just free win the game. So Shyvana just walks up and just one-shots it. She took that much damage, Zhonya'd, and then one-shot. Insane damage, like the burst. Like I had flash and heal up, and I didn't think I needed either. Like that's how fucking nutty that was. So the Lux was able to trade more damage back. She's got this Banshee's Veil, very good into our comp. Morellonomicon, good because of me and the Udyr. They actually have a lot of these spell shields that shuts down so much of our single target CC. We are not an AoE team, but we do got that baby cage off this Veigar. Veigar's got 235 stacks. He bought Banshee's Veil, and he is not going into Rabadance, and that's a problem. He needs to go into Rabadance. You might go, why Rabadance? Why not go Void Staff? It's 36 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because only fucking one of them has any kind of MR? Like, okay, you got a Banshee's Veil with some MR and a Spell Shield. And then you got a Spirit System. Cool. Oh, poor Heimer. And I accidentally sniped him with my shield. But we popped him down here. Good damage, good burn. So it was a very fast... We're going to go to the setup on what happened here. So Udyr can tank it, and that's the thing. With the Leandries on Heimer with triple turrets, this thing just rocks like nothing. Now, Veigar should have caged when he was TPing. He would have walked into the cage, he would have been stunned out, everyone would have stayed alive, and would have killed him. He waited until the TP was done before doing the cage. I don't know what the point of that was. If he would have put it right on here, he would have popped out stunned. He would have instantly died, no chance to fight against it. That didn't happen. That makes me a little sad. More to lose. Being honest, a little bit. Was not expecting my ult to snipe him for that much damage, though. So, Joe Rabadan on Veigar, right? Like, when you're a Veigar, your scaling is so ridiculous that Rabadan's will put you to 1,000 AP at this point in the game, and you will just delete them. Get a Void Staff next, but it's not super important. Decent escape actually from the Shiv. Like Udyr just took so much of the process of this. Sec comes in, flash, but he wanted to flash ult. But I have my E on, which means unless he's in my little zone, I'm untargetable because I'm like invisible. So he was not able to actually ult me, or I would have fucking died. Good usage of the E. Finally. Like, I like using E because anybody that goes in it gets like, oh, you poor bitch. There's the ult. He gets into the middle of our team, but where's the backup? There's the backup. Baby Cage kind of whiffed everything. He was able to do some stuff. He's running at the Morgana, able to get a little bit of last hits down. Lux decided to just not do anything. Gets the flash out of her. We're able to just keep autoing this. Udyr can go and heal up once he hits the jungle, but hey, your jungle's down, your mid's down, your ADC's down, your top's down, and soul points up. The one thing that they were afraid of happening was that we'd have Baron and then turn it into Ocean Soul. And that's exactly what happened. Like, that is exactly what happened. Terrifying. So how is my Heimer's got an extra 99 AP off of Rabadon. Let's see what he's at. 418, not bad. Mr. Veigar's got 621 because he just built his Void Staff. And yeah, he's got 40% MR, or Magic Pen. But they've only got 2 people with any kind of pen. And this one doesn't count because if you get a single ability off of Rapid Dance, it just explodes anyways. That's alright. He's still farming. He is still scaling. 274. Definitely getting it. 275. I'm sitting at 126 stacks, bringing me to 95 bonus damage, 150 bonus range, 60% bonus strength. Feeling pretty okay about that. Darius is still a Darius. He has transitioned into just being tanky. But for some reason, has sold his Thornmail. Why did you sell your Bramble Vest and your Thornmail? Why? Why did that happen? So, of course, they're hard diving me and my fragile self. I get killed for free. Darius did nothing, did no damage. Finally kills him after I was already dead. Shyvana goes hard into the Udyr. Good grab from the Lux. If that ult would have connected, that would have been dead. Ran back into the Shiv. Veigar just took a shit ton of damage. Garrus is able to get yet another ult off into a third ult. Fantastic. If that would have hit, he would have got his quad. I feel a little bit bad for him. He probably feels a little bit bad for himself. Oh, what's the hitbox on that fucking thing? Able to hit, able to get the Q. Can you ult again? Nice. Unfortunately, unofficial quad. Feel bad. You stupid Morgana, you took that from him. So, in this particular Senna build, I have now gone Phantom Dancer next for even more attack speed and crit chance. 280 physical damage on hit. It's pretty nice. I attack very, very quickly. I have a horsey. I like the horsey. Heimer's putting some good damage. Wow. So Buddy actually levels his W last? That's your main damage ability. Usually you do a W max into the Q max into the E max. He said, fuck that noise. Fuck that noise entirely. Okay, that's some good burn now. About 4100. Yeesh! Crazy damage to champions getting that. So we just melt Baron, like I said. Like, look at this thing go down. It just drops so fast. Like, we've got triple Ocean Soul, so we're regenerating 7.5 health every 10 seconds, 100% max health. We have got the soul buff going. Veigar's... I don't know if you're in 1v2 mode right now against like that level of burst. However, level 18 to level 16 on this board, pretty sizable. Both supports, on the support, level 17. So we got some pretty decent siege with all this. Actually, I think we have almost better siege defense with like timer turrets and the baby cage. Udyr did not need the flash that, but that's alright. I'm sure he can use it now. Gets slammed into the wall, ran the fuck down. Damage comes in from the Darius. Good baby cage comes down there, and we're just able to run the set down. Misfortune comes up to E for some reason. Don't really know why. Lux is ready to hit that Q, and boom! There it goes. He had Zonia's up. Couldn't live through that, did not. We're old, we don't have good reflexes. Notice my inventory has almost no active items, because I know how badly I suck with them. Got Blade of the Rude King for some reason. Like, at this point now I'm like, if all my damage hits 3 times, or like, doubles on 3rd hits, fuck it, let's just do all of the on-hit shenanigans. I do a lot of on-hit damage now. Like a lot. And I attacked very quickly. But we were able to get that win down. So that game started off, honestly, a little dicey. There's a definite top lane discrepancy in between that Set and Darius. Mid lane, they were definitely up 2, but here's the thing. When I had pointed out that Morgana was 9, 4, and 2, she ended up 9, 10, and 5. She just did nothing for pretty much 23 minutes. 20 minutes. She just did nothing. Meanwhile, Veigar just kept putting down cages and last hitting things and getting his stacks. And this Misfortune is 0 and 10. Yes, the Lux is 11 and 4. That's a little bit scary. Both me and the Heimer have 7 deaths apiece, but we got a lot of assists, whereas they have no assists. These guys were just really not part of team fights, and we were the team fight. Like, the kills and assists on our teams were actually pretty good percents. We were making sure to try and fight as a unit because we were a great front and back team. We didn't need anybody to flank. If somebody's going to be coming in, boom, drop that big Veigar cage. Get that stun cage down. You want to come right at it? Cool. Udyr's going to run, stun you in and like where you stand. Senna is going to be healing. Heimer's going to be fighting behind turrets. Darius is going to be standing there swinging around his big ol' axe. Like we're a front-to-back team. What we do, and it works. So that's been me doing a little bit of a breakdown. Wow, vision score of 103. I'm actually pretty cool with that. Pretty cool with that. I like this build. It felt fluid. It felt good. My buddy has got to stop taking Hex Flash on every champion. I've never seen him use it once. Replace it with fucking anything else. Anything that isn't Hex Flash. But he did not buy Corrupting Pod this time. That makes me happy. Alright, so that's been me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this shit. It was a little long, not gonna lie. A little bit long. Somehow the Veigar did the least damage on the team. How the fuck did that happen? It was a little bit long, but you know what? It was a fun fucking game. So, enjoy it. Or fuck you. I don't care. Peace, y'all.